It's going down. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of It's Going Down, being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. China calls for a broader digital yuan use. Xinhua. The electronic currency is expected to replace cash in circulation. Now, some months back, I remember there was an article that came out that down there in Ukraine was also pushing to become a digitized or a digital society, in which the country would no longer be dealing in cash, but with electronic currencies. Now, there was an executive order that came out this year that pertaining to December the 13th. There was supposed to be an event where America becomes more and more of a digital society. And a matter of fact, December the 13th could be the year where America does away with cash, coins, and everybody must have a pay card in order to buy things. Rather if it's Visa, rather if it's a PayPal card, it might be a paycheck card like what you get from your job, where every time you get paid, the money goes right to your card. So we're getting ready to head into a time where, because at the end of the day, it's all about control with these so-called elites. You see, the so-called elites, they know that if they can get people to buy and sell using credit cards, then they can keep records on what people buy, where people is going to buy these products, what their most favorite type of products they buy is, they can track all that. And all they got to do is just see what you're using your credit cards for in order to buy, which is why, I don't really use credit cards to buy things. I don't really use pay cards to buy things. I use cash. I use coins whenever I make purchases, because I like, whenever I buy something, it's my business, But now, if I'm using a credit card, if I'm using a pay card, if I'm using any kind of electronic device to buy something, right? They know that my social security number is tagged to that card. They know that my name, my address is tagged to that card. So whenever I go to make a purchase with a card, they'll know that it's me. But if I'm buying with cash, they don't know what I'm buying. They don't know what time I'm going to buy it, because that's another thing with these cards too. They can also track the time that you left your home or your area to buy this product. So they want to track everything. They want to track what you're buying, where you're going to buy these products, what time that you left to go buy it, etc. It's all about them tracking you. Which I forgot the name of that. I don't think it's CISA. It might be CISA, Cyber Intelligence spying agency, CISA, which I believe is a organization owned by the U.S. government, by the CIA, which is a organization that was set up to spy on people via the internet. Well, CISA is going to be tied to your credit card, to your pay cards, or whatever kind of card that you use to make purchases with. And that's why they hate the fact that people buy with cash, because they can't see what they don't know what people is buying whenever people buy with cash. But if you're buying with a credit card, they know that your social security number is tagged to it, your address, your name is tagged to that card, and then they can know what you're buying. And all these cards, all these electronic devices is going to lead right to the CHIP, which is the mark of the you-know-what. The People's Bank of China, PBOC, has called for efforts to facilitate interconnectivity between the digital yuan currency system and traditional electronic payment tools, with the aim of making use of the digital currency more convenient. The news agency Xinhua reported on Friday. To realize that goal, more efforts should be applied to expand the scenarios and environment in which the digital yuan can be used. Deputy Governor of the PBOC, Fan Yifei, was cited as saying at a recent forum on digital finance in Beijing. Fan specified that regulations and standards in areas such as digital identities, Bluetooths, and QR codes should be unified to prove the interconnectivity of various types of payment tools. He also emphasized the need to improve the security of digital yuan use by upgrading relevant technologies to avoid user information leaks and eliminate data security risks. The e-yuan is projected to replace cash in circulation, while China plans to become the first major economy to test a digital currency at the national level. The government has already carried out multiple e-yuan giveaways as part of the digital currency test. And if you notice, they're calling this a test because this is a test run on you people. At the end of the day, the civilians of these different countries, you're no more than test subjects. Lab rats. That's what you are. You're no more than a lab rat. Okay, so these are tests that they are going to run on you people, and plans to expand the pilot program in the future. So Lord's will, I was able to keep you brothers informed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, hey, remember Revelation chapter 13 verse 16 down to 18. That time is coming, and China's not the only country pushing for this. The United States is pushing for it too. Okay, keep an eye out for December the 13th. Shalom is on to the next one.